Camden, and welcome to my video today. I'm so glad that you've joined us for this conversation, and I have two very special guests today. We are continuing our series of women living radiance in their lives and businesses. And I'm just really excited to have Julie and Joe joining us today. And what I'd like to do is just define radiance for you, the way that I define radiance for me and my clients. Radiance is a person, product, or brand that vividly illuminates brilliancy and is marked by its glowing trademark of love, confidence, happiness, and passion. Now, with this, there's a stunning effect of enchantment and magnetic engagement with the person, product, or brand. So essentially what this is it's that inner radiance that's really shining out through every creation, every offering, every product, your parenting, your relationship, everything that you do in your life and business. And people are attracted to that. So with that said, I have two lovely, radiant ladies here who are really living that, not only in their lives, but also their businesses. And I'm excited for you to meet them. So this is Julie Pelaez and Joe Schalman, and what I'd love for you guys to do is tell us a little bit about who you are. So Julie, we'll start with you today.
Great. So I am a mother of two small boys. I have a 3.5-year-old and a 1.5-year-old, and I've been teaching yoga for about 10 years and have always had a passion for personal growth and development and food. And I've always looked at food as I've always asked the question, like, how does this food make me feel? And how does food affect our mood and our lives? And that's been with me since I was young, because I had some very, some health challenges. I just had a sensitive system where I would eat something and it would either work for me or it wouldn't, and I got immediate feedback. So I've been looking at food and just been really passionate about raw food for the last, probably 7 years or so. And more recently went to health coaching school. And it was right around that time that Joe and I came together and developed the Conscious Cleanse.
Well, I'm very excited, and I've been reading it, and I'll just show our viewers here today. This is the book that Julie and Joe have written. It's called The Conscious Cleanse. They also have a program that goes with this, and they've designed a specific yoga class too as well. So we're going to talk more about this, and we'll head back and let Joe tell us a little bit about you.
Yeah. So, who am I? That's a great question. Julie started with, she's a mom of two, and I most recently just got married, so that's a really exciting new chapter in my life. I also have been passionate for years about health. I thought I was going to be a doctor, and spent many years from a very early age of 8 years old, very much tunnel vision. This is my life, this is who I am, this is what I'm going to do. And I'll talk a bit more about this later when we get into the Conscious Cleanse, but having a fork in the road with my health really was a turning point to say, I want to help people heal, but I'm not interested in helping people heal through the traditional medical world. That was very challenging for me to find any health or relief. Mm-hmm. So my passion is helping people heal emotionally, physically, mentally, and using our program, The Conscious Cleanse, to really be a vehicle for people to find their perfect health and their perfect life.
Well, I see how it is already making a huge impact, because I know you're on several bestseller lists. And one thing I've noticed too, just by being on Facebook with you guys, is that people are sending you photos. When they find your book on the shelf in a particular bookstore, they're sending you a photo of that. So I love that. It's really taking off and having a huge impact. What brought the two of you together, and what inspired you to create the Conscious Cleanse?
So, like I mentioned earlier, I really thought I was going to go to medical school from a very early age, and I had my blinders on to this being my path in life. And right before I actually was going to enter medical school, I took a job leading high school kids from Savannah, Georgia to LA, a bike trip, 3,000 miles. And I thought this would be my last hurrah. So biking across the country about 6 days from the end of the trip, I ended up getting hit by a truck going 70 miles an hour on my bike.
Wow.
And this became this completely life-changing moment for me. Because what happened was I ended up breaking my back. I was in major chronic pain. I became severely depressed afterwards. And my hope of going to medical school was not, and it wasn't possible anymore. When I went to doctors to say, hey, what can I do for my pain? They said, well, here's Percocet for your pain. And I said, hey, what can I do for my depression? And they said, here's Prozac for your depression.
Wow.
So my life was going to be dictated by these two pills, and both put me in a fog and made me feel disconnected and unhappy. And neither one of them actually gave me the path to getting what I wanted. So I started to question and think and wonder, what could I do besides, doing medicine, and what could I do more importantly to heal? So I remember I called my family up and I said, hey, I'm going to the Joe Schalman School of Medicine. Most people won't understand what I'm doing, but I promise you things are happening.